Good morning. To get started with Microsoft Teams, you should have received an email invitation from Tepcar. You'll just want to click on that. Before you get started, you may need to log out of your Microsoft Office application if you have another Teams that you use for a different email address. You're just going to create a password. There is no password that we have created for you. And sign in. Accept the terms of services to allow you to access Teams. And then once you get logged in, you're going to have two different options on how to access this platform. You have the option to download the software onto your desktop, which is here in the purple button. You also have the option to access Teams through the web browser. This is what I'm going to choose today. I prefer this because if I forget my laptop, if I'm working at a different location, then I can always access Teams if it's not downloaded on that. You'll also be able to access Teams if you download an app from your Android or iPhone store. So you should always be able to access Teams, receive notifications. So this is what Teams looks like. It's going to look the same whether it's your desktop or web browser. On the left here is going to be all the teams or work groups or committees you're involved in. Your default page here is posts. You also have files, which we will go through, and a wiki, which we will also go through. To begin with posts, this is how you and your committee or team will want to communicate with each other. You will start by hitting the @ sign, and then you'll have a drop-down menu of anybody who is in your team, and you will just grab their name, and you can communicate directly with them. If you need to communicate with your entire team, you will hit @ and then, the people you want to communicate with, as you can see in these examples. For files, this is where we're going to be updating or uploading files for discussion or editing. In this example, we're using an Excel document, but you can use Word, PDF, you can upload graphics and videos. If you're familiar with Google Docs, this is the same functionality in any Word platform or Word file, or I should say Microsoft Office file. In this example, what we're going to do is come in here and I'm just going to delete and retype what was already in here. Because it has the same functionality as a Google Doc, multiple people will be able to access this simultaneously. It is able to be updated in real time, so there's no, saving and emailing back and forth. And because of the functionality, you don't need to save it. You can just exit out of there up here in the right-hand corner. And then when we go back in and look, you will be able to see that the changes are still there. So again, this is intended to be more efficient and effective than, having a spreadsheet that gets passed through email multiple times. The next thing is you can, as I said, upload files. I'm just going to grab the first thing here that opens up, which is a logo. And it's just like you would attach any attachment in an email or other application. It'll come up here. You can look at it. These can be deleted, replaced, yada, yada, yada. And there it is. The next thing we're going to look at is the wiki. If you're familiar with Wikipedia, this is the same idea. It's a living, breathing document. You could keep track of committees. You can keep track of if you want a historical record that you can update in real time, this is the place to do that. You can add additional sections here. So in our example, we have the list of member services chairs. This first section, maybe we're going to do for this year, which is 2021. And of course, in the sections down below, you could have, 2022, whatever those other headings might be. Of course, This year's member services chair is Melanie Hawkins, so we will put her name here. And again, the functionality is you can go in there, get out, and go back in, and the changes will remain. So no having to save. Again, all your teams will be located here on the left-hand side. Any files that have been uploaded for any of the teams you are in will be available on the left-hand side. You can see recent activity here, such as conversations or even who's been added to the group. There are some, customizations you can do over here. You can change your status. If you download the desktop version and you don't want to be bothered, you can change your status to do not disturb, and you won't receive notifications during that time. So that is Teams. Again, we hope that this will help things be more efficient and in one centralized location, making it more easy to find for both staff and volunteers. If you have any questions about how to use Teams, how to log into Teams, just feel free to give us a call here at TechCar.